Hello, hello, hello. Okay, all right. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna start recording this video. Start recording. All right, awesome. So on slate tonight, I have a V1 that I am going to upgrade. You know, add the fan upgrade, make things safe. Safety is it's pretty much key. So I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible. Not really a stream, more of just like a how-to video, how to put the fan in, and what are the best ways to do it. But there's several ways to do it. There's not just like one way of putting the fan in. There's a couple of ways to do it, and I'll kind of show you what the main way I do, because I get directly onto the heat sink. So let's start this off. So I'm gonna just open up the back. Let me see if I got a tool to make this a little bit faster. So one of the reasons why we are changing the fan out is because, or putting the fan in actually, is because thermal runaway. Well, I'll kind of show you what the design looks like in the V1 and kind of why it makes it unsafe, and the whole reason why there's a lot of mods for just for this part, which is we always recommend this mod because it's just for safety. So this is just the little area where the what's this thing called? The exhaust comes out. This is where the exhaust filter goes. This thing right here. Put that to the side. I'm gonna take out this little chafe blowout thing. So they originally put this in because to catch all the chafe that blows out, or chaff that blows out of the chaff collection area. So when you cool the beans, they thought of just doing it by sucking the air out. So all the chaff kind of collects up in here. So now we're going to kind of open this up. We've got the bean cooling fans at the bottom, and this is the exhaust fan. Shit. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull this panel off, remove all these screws. And all these are like M4s. So if you want to replace them out of Phillips into like, say, something like a hex driver or something, then you can do that. One more. Missing these two bottom ones. And that pulls out like this. That's kind of, you can open up like that. So here's kind of the setup, and this is the notorious coffin. Let's take a minute to explain why we're hitting thermal runaway. So let me go grab a board. Okay, so this right here, this is the Gen 1 board. As you can tell, it has a heatsink. And that heatsink is cooling off the thyristor or the SCR, somewhat what other people call it. So this is just to cool this off. Thermal runaway happens when this overheats, and you just basically can't control the heat anymore. The bulb stays on the whole time. It's like a snowball effect. You can look up thermal runaway, and it can kind of give you a rundown of how it works. But essentially, you can't control the heat anymore, and it causes your roaster to be, uncontrollable, and then eventually starts a fire. So when you have a coffin like this, it actually clean that off. It actually, if you have a coffin like this, it actually has no airflow. So what that does is it overheats the thyristor, and thermal runaway happens. So the goal of this mod is just to, the goal is just to give more airflow. And by giving more airflow, meaning just either putting a fan on here or opening up the coffin at the side. A lot of oil comes off of that. All right. So there are different ways you can do it. You can add a fan here, drill holes are here, add fan, and you could blow air into the coffin. You could do one of these. If you have a 3D printer, let's see if I can find it. And you can print out like one of these cases out of either ABS or PETG. And that kind of just holds the boards you need, kind of like in a different setup versus the coffin. But this has like little fan ports you could put on here, and it could connect to this power supply is 24 volts. So when it turns on, it constantly turns on. So that's one option you can do. What I like to do is just put the fan just directly on there. Well, this side, I put on this side like here. Sticker side faces towards the heatsink to blow air onto the heatsink. And that should be sufficient to cool the thermistor down, or the thyristor down. All right, so let's open up the coffin. The coffin's held on by these two screws right here, so you just pop that off. They're a lot different from the other ones because they're like has like a sharper tip at the end, and you can tell those are for the coffin. So here is the insides. Can't really show it to you. There you go. That's the coffin. Electronics holder, I guess, if you want to be nice. So we'll go ahead and we're going to pull that board out. Can't remember what the easiest way was. What in the world? So now I'm just going to pull off these live 220 volts from the power from the 220 or the 120 volts or 110 volts, I guess. You gotta just like pinch it a little bit at the end. There's like a little retainer. I should really use my good. Come on. Oh, don't get stuck. Okay. Like so. So this one right here, that should connect to the power supply. This one looks like it's drum, so it's drum. Second port is exhaust fan. that's exhaust fan. So power supply, drum. I should probably write this down. Let's type it in. Or actually, I think it's on the SkyWiki website. Let me double check. skywiki.coffee. All right. So yeah, so it's still drum, exhaust fan, fan. This one's fan. Come on. Got my fat fingers in there. And then the last one is, so it's NTC, so that usually means probe. God damn it. There we go. Oh. So, this is one of like a repair unit. I'm guessing they're having issues because it looks like liquid went down. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of liquid that was. Pretty gross stuff though. I don't think this is a good board. Shit. I have one upstairs. I'm going to grab one upstairs. This one, I'm probably going to have to put in an alcohol wash bath to kind of fix and pray that it works again. But let me go grab the other one. I'll be right back. And we could listen now. Listen out for a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, put this back on. All right, so I ended up finding a replacement board. And so it's compared with this one. Look how shit that is. I think some kind of liquid got in there. Probably why they returned it. Ended up with a brand new one. So I'll put a brand new one in this one. And I gotta figure out what got into there. Wonder if he spilled something on it, whoever returned it, but yeah. brand new. Should work. But let's try putting it in. Oh, let's put the fan on. All right. So here's the fan. We're gonna put it just right there. Okay. So we're gonna try moving this just a tad bit. Just give it a little wiggle. So I'll probably put it like this. And we'll move these things. You can bend these a little forward. That's not like a huge deal if they bend forward a little bit. Just touching though. Definitely not a fan of that. It is insulated, has rubber, and this is plastic. Just push it forward, right? So we're going to do it up like this. That should work, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna mark this. What can I put on here to hold it? Be a perfect time to have a vise. I don't know where it's at. I'm going to turn this music down too. Okay, so maybe I'll use this coffin instead. Oh, this thing is stuck in here. Never mind. I'll figure that out another time. All right. Oh, let me say something. What country? JJ, I am from the U.S., Northern California. I'm just up super late because I have kids and they're asleep. All right, so we're going to set up the fan like this. Now, to get it on this new block, you have to drill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 2 holes, 2 on the top, and we're going to tap it too. Hopefully it works. We'll see. All right. I do have a drill press, like a little one that I could use, but kind of want to show everyone that you don't have to really use a drill press. You can just use a regular old drill. So you're from Brazil. I have one of these roasters. I would like to. What? Uh-oh. Let me expand my chat. Yeah, they're great little roasters. Oh, for artisans possible? It's really possible. If as long as you get a hold of like an Arduino, Nano, any kind of Arduino that has like the Add Mega chip, it should be fine. It should work perfectly fine with those chips. You just can't do anything with like ESP32 unless you like set it up with the logic level shifter, because logic level is only at like 3.3 volts, where the old Arduinos, the old Add Mega Arduinos, can do 5-volt logic. So that's the only reason why you can't. You can do it on ESP32, but that's just the only thing that holds it back. You just have to add another thing, and it kind of makes it a little more complicated than it has to be. Where the Arduino is really just a straight setup. I'm going to put Arduino on this tonight too. I can kind of show you how the way to do it. I just got to put this fan on and then just make sure it's running. I'm just going to go and drill these holes. I should mark it. Do I have a pen here? There's a pen. But yeah, I'd say if you want to put Artisan on it, it'd be great. I don't know if you've liked the controller. I hate the controller, so I'd rather just use Artisan. It looks a lot nicer. It's really great software. It's free, is the best part, and it's open source. And if you want to, you can pay to get like the management system on there or whatever the advanced version does, which might be worth it if you're like a roastery that needs it. I'm just a guy building these out of my garage and don't really have a need to pay for it, but who knows? Maybe I will eventually. Actually, I will go small to large. Let me get another drill bit. I do, but if you have Discord, I'm on Discord as well. Probably prefer doing Discord just because it's because if you need help, that's like one of the best places to get help is the Discord channel. Yes. And we also have a Facebook channel if you really want to get a hold of someone. And I think Facebook channel is a lot of helpful people on there too. The Discord I just like because I'm usually on it. I'm only on Facebook because my family's on there, so it's the only way I could keep up with them. But I do help people on the Discord as well, or on the Facebook as well. Let me just drill this real quick. I'm just freehanding this. This is aluminum, so being really gentle. I should just go full force. One hole there. Let's pray. Well, actually, I should really pray if that's the right hole. Hold on. Let me line this fan back up with it. But yeah, if you could go up on Discord, we have like a help like forum. So like if you really need help, you can reach out to a bunch of the members and they could try to help you as best as they can. Although obviously, if you could get a hold of support, it would be better. But we are willing to help. Not to say we don't want to help. We just, you know, if you're still under warranty, you should be getting help from the manufacturer or the vendor. I shouldn't say the manufacturer. All right. So now we're just going to tap the hole, okay? So I got my little M3 tap. Oh yeah, I will do that in a minute. Let me just tap these holes real quick. I just need to get these done. Cool. Right. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the M3s. I'll put these on. Those go on like so. Oh boy, where did I put it? Okay. That in there. We'll tighten this up. Hold on. Okay. Good. Got the fan in there. So that's all attached. So let's put this back together. So these lines will go here. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So going down the list of parts. So I'll take a look right here. Let me put it on my screen. Window capture. There we go. Right. So right here, this is there's the website that I've been working on. I know I haven't done anything yet with it, but so all right, this is what the setup is: probe on the last end, and the cooling, bean cooling fans, exhaust fan, and then drum. It says polarity because that's the only one that switches on the board. So it was all wrong on the masking of the initial one. So that's why I put polarity, just to make sure you know that the polarity is wrong. It's not a life or death thing, but it's just good to know. Actually, it is. It could burn up some items if you were to try to use the port for something else, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna put the NTC back. Okay, now you really gotta fit this in. If you want to make your life easier, let me take this off. Actually, I'll just make it smaller. How about that? So yeah, if you want to make your life easier, this part right here, this is like where the main plug cord, the AC line is. Just there's like a little rubber thing you could pull out and make it easier accessible, but I'm just gonna leave it there because I'm lazy. I know I'm skipping steps, but I'm lazy. All right, so NTC goes right here. That's just where the thermistor goes. Bean cooling fan, it goes in here. Now, there's nothing special about these ports. They're literally just controlled of how, like, they just turn on when they're not PWM'd or anything. They just, turn straight to 24 volts when you activate it. This is exhaust. Exhaust is next, and then drum is last. So, exhaust, fan, and then drum. And this will go right into here where it says EMC out. Let me show you an example of one. So this right here will go into EMC out over here. Just mind the polarity. Use a multimeter to figure out if this is 24 volts and which one's positive and negative, okay? See, almost made a mistake. That fan's polarity is incorrect. See, got me all messed up now. I'm gonna put this broken board fan in, see if it works. So if I plug this in, it should automatically turn this fan on. This fan on. Don't mind this board, it's broken. Okay, that's not it. See if I have a fan set up on one of them. All right. So now to remove the pins, you got to get like a little, let me get a pin remover. You can use it like a, what's it called? paper clip. Or you could be like me and spend stupid money on like things like this. Don't buy this. This is literally like a Molex pin dipinner. It's useless. It's expensive metal. So what you do is you pin in this in, and then it should flatten it, and it should be able to push in and pull out. And if you need to let it click in more next time, you just gotta pull that pin out just a little bit. Right there, there's like this little pin right here. I don't know what that's called. I don't know what the real terminology for that is for, but it's like a little clip pin that holds it in place in the plastic housing. So we take that out, do the same thing on this side. Push in, flatten, push in, and oh. Good, so I pushed it in, it comes right out. So now I'm going to switch it to the other side, but I'm going to pull that little retainer clip, I think is what it's called. Push that in, bam. Push that in, and bam. Yep, it works. Good. All right, so I'm going to put this in. Put the power supply back in. And this should turn on. Yep, fan's moving. I don't know why I'm touching it. Don't touch it. Don't be like me and touch it. But the fan is moving. Yeah, I can hear it. I mean, I can hear it. That's fine. But don't touch don't touch it when it's plugged in like me. All right, so next, let's put it back in. All we have to do now is just shove this in. I mean, you also have to gotta put the power supply in. Also, maybe I'm just gonna clean this up real quick, okay? It's nasty in there. Thing looks good. Okay, so if you want to do a little extra, you can put holes just like right through here, right through that side. Here, here, and here. Just avoid going up here. Stay down here. Put some holes through here. Put a fan on there, and you're good to go. You could put a one of the bean cooling fans on there, and it should be able to cool the thyristor down as well. Because all heat sinks need airflow. They put in this stupid coffin, and now there's no airflow. And that's why you get like the thermal runaway sometimes. But they did add relays and other safety features in recently, like this big old black box right here. That's new. If you look at the old one, they didn't have that. They didn't have a lot. A lot of safety features they just didn't want to do. What they did didn't want it at all is to add extra cost of putting a little 24-volt fan in, which are really common to get now with 3D printers. So they decided they weren't going to get that because it's too much of the cost initially. Now they put that in the V2. But let me put this plugged in right here. Good. And we just got to shove that in all nice. I got to... There we go. Well... Motherfucker. It's really hard to put in. Okay. Alright. I'm going to obscure your view for a little bit. So basically I'm just sliding the board back in. Damn it. So there's a wire in the back. It's one of the thicker wires. I just gotta pull this out again. This wire right here. Just gotta push it forward and push everything back in. Yep, totally easy. Totally easy. Totally not hard. Okay. So now we just gotta route the wires a little nice. Make it look good. You don't want it to crimp anything or have a wire stuck on the inside wall of the... Let me turn this way. Want it just to fit nicely. Back into its very fun coffin. Fits like a glove. Cool. All right. So now you do a back stretch. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. And then we put these screws back in. I should have put these screws in first, but I am not smart. Just careful there's no wires in the way. Put that in nice and gently. You should probably hand do it like this. There we go, because it's plastic and I can break it if I were just to manhandle the screw into there. So I'm gonna get this side. We gotta line it up. So the best place is just to line up the USB ports. Find the hole here. Oops, don't turn on just yet. I'm just going to do my hand because I want to be safe. There you go. You just want those ports to be nicely flush out. God damn it. Good. All right. It's not nicely flushed in. What the hell's going on here? Okay. Oh, this is too tight. Okay. Oh, this camera's going all over the place. Sorry. Oh, it's because that's dying. Hold on, let me switch this. Put this into here. Charge, my friend. There we go. Nope. Nope. Didn't like that. Here. There we go. Ah, let's avoid the ugly garage. Okay. Got it in. Easy as pie. So this is what it looks like. Nice and neat now. And then the ports are kind of lined up. They actually have these little bottom screw ports that are M3, and you could kind of use those to, you know, prop up the case because the case is made out of shitty plastic, and it'll probably deform over time, and then you'll have your board sag a little bit. And not the boards are sagging, it's the plastic coffin that's making them sag. So you could put like an M3. I won't use it for real, but I had one that was really saggy and I just put one of these in and it kind of propped the port lining back up. So if you need to do that, that's one way if you could just keep it up higher. I'm gonna do it real quick. Let me get a better M3. So here, small little M3 I'm going to put in. And if I see it's not lined up as well, I'm just going to rotate that in there. Push the box up. Oops. Push the box up. Put that in there. Oh, they don't thread those anymore. They used to. There used to be an M3 thread. Maybe I'm losing my mind. But I could have sworn I screwed something in there before. Whatever. But you could put like a screw at the bottom. You could thread that hole and then you can make it like a little holder of the box to keep it upright. So you could push it up a little bit like that. Because it goes right underneath the box. This hole right here. That goes right underneath the box. You put a screw in. So you make the hole, you thread it in, put the screw, should be good to go. And it should hold it up. See, mine's kind of droopy. You can just prop that up a little bit. And it lines it up to the hole. Let's see if I can fit a USB in there. Yep, I could still fit a USB in there. So that'll work for now. But if you ever need, like if it's sagging, you could use that to prop it back up. Okay, so we have all that done. Let's put it back together. So these metal ones, they go to this bottom part right here, okay? in there. I don't say why I say metal. These different colored ones. The non-black ones go there. I mean, like the silver ones. I already lost one. There it is. Jeez, I do a terrible job at keeping track of these. Right. This goes right here. All right, so let's see if basic functionality is there with this thing, okay? So I'm gonna pull out my least favorite part of the Skywalker. The coveted control panel. Some people are huge fans. See, I think the guy who owned this spilled something on there. Because there's just all this stuff on there. So I'm going to put that right here. We'll plug it in. It should turn on. Perfect. Turns on. Reads the temperature, 18 degrees. So what is that? .64 degrees Fahrenheit. So I guess real quick I could check if, oh Jesus Christ, don't bring up to 100 with that bulb. So it's working. Actually, that's not a good sign if it's working. Let's see if this works. That works. Let's put a profile on. It all works. Fan spinning. The really terrible motor noise is working. So this is a working unit. Let's turn it off. Good. All right, so good. So we know it works with the basic controller. How about we install Artisan to it? So how hard is it to install Artisan? All right. So here is a really ugly version of it because it's using the big box, but that has the so this is the expansion board with the Nano in this. This is a very solder friendly use setup. You just plug it in, you strip the wires, and you just kind of put them in. I have a video of you doing it with this one, so I'm not going to show you how to do it, but this is how the setup is. And this is just a regular Nano you can get on AliExpress. If you want to be nice and support Arduino, you can spend $21 to buy an Arduino. Or you can go on AliExpress and buy 5 for like 12 bucks or something crazy like that. So I say go with the AliExpress version. Because if you fail, you got 5 more. You got 4 more there to work. So they're cheapest chips. I do recommend you just doing it because this is a mod and it'd be preferable if you do it. But you can also have someone, make one for you. They could print you out a case, make it all nice, set up the firmware and everything, but it's so easy to do. And I don't want people paying like 50 bucks. It's not a point of this whole project. It's supposed to be like free, open source, and to an extent. I think we put like a GPL license on Josh's code. But, I mean, you could probably tell ChatGPT to make you the same code and it'll whip you up something pretty equivalent. It's not like amazing crazy code or anything groundbreaking. It's just transferring everything to like a TC4 protocol to send back and forth to Artisan just to communicate with each other. Josh did all the hard work analyzing what the roaster unit like the control unit was sending to the roaster and what kind of communication protocol that was using. And it's all posted up on the, his GitHub. So please, if you can, feel free to make it yourself. This is the solder list. There's a way you could do it without having to use any solder. But if you want it slim and fancy, then you have to get the nano and solder it yourself. But that's just my spiel. So I printed out this case. I have a 3D printer in the back. That's my old Voron that I'm probably going to decommission. But I do have a K3, Annex K3 in the back. But this is what I use for printing most of my ABS parts. We use ABS because the case does get warm. But I guess PLA will work. It just gets soft real fast. And these cases you can just print off, get online, don't have to pay for them either. And you could print these out at your local library. I think a lot of libraries carry them right now too, surprisingly. So let me show you the process of putting the firmware on. So let me grab a USB-C cable. Oh, my hips. So you have this side. I got the short leash or short line connected that connects straight to the USB-A port on the roaster. Then I'm going to put this USB-C cable, because this is what the Nano came with. Now specifically, you have to get the Nano in order for the board to, in order for it to work with the original manufacturer board, and that's because it uses like the 5V logic, and ESP32s and those kind of boards, they have like 3-volt logic, so it doesn't, you know, send the information back and forth well. So you'll have to go by that route. But let me go set up my Arduino and show you how to get everything. We'll put the page up. So let me make this bigger. Enhance. Just turn this off real quick. Okay, so what you want to look up is, interesting. So look up JMOR, Sky Command, GitHub. That should work. So right here, JMOR Sky Command. You could follow all the instructions here. We're not doing this though. Red VIN, do not connect that. The cheaper clones tend to have issues with it, so don't do that. So what I'll do here is I'll just go up here, look up Sky Command. This was updated 3 months ago, and then we will download this. I just download raw. Oops. Wait, other command. There you go. Download raw file. So you want to install Arduino IDE. So let's go to that. All right. I kind of have the sketch loaded up here, but I'll load it up again. So I'll just go to like open, go to downloads, and there's Sky Command. That was totally legal copy of Wolverine. Then you open it. This will populate like this. It'll tell you to make a folder. You hit OK. But anyways, you put the Sky Command in there. It loads it up that way. Now you connect the Arduino to it. So look at this box right here. So there's unknown, unknown, connected. Don't worry about that. I'm going to plug this in and make a little noise, and then 6 came up, right? So I'll unplug it again. So you got all those 3 that are there. Then you put this in, COM6. So that's the Arduino Nano. I'm going to select that, and all you have to do is hit upload, and I'll do this. Oh, you know what? Let me unplug it. I put on the wrong bootloader. And I think this is the wrong one. What is this for? Oh, this is code to add. Oh, wrong one. So this is the old code to add, no, new code actually. Technically it's new code to add in like a max 31865 or thermocouple. So, oh, nope, that's another different one. But this one. Time to interrupt. Hold on real quick. I got to go take my dog out. Let me put music on at least. Sorry. My little corgi's barking. You can listen to that real quick. I'll be right back. Come on, baby. Go outside. Go outside, go potty. Come on. Hang out. Get your leash. Actually, it's kind of. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Come on, inside. Good girl. Stay here, okay? Okay, sorry about that. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, I'll just open up the file and let's see. Open, recent, this, go to downloads. And this is the part you just hit okay. So it wants me to save it under a proper name. So I'll just do Sky Command Test. Whatever. Okay, so right here. Oh, the limits is part of it. Okay, this is a good sketch. Okay, I thought it was the wrong one. I forget that we had the limits, but. So let's see. Let's plug this back in. Oh, I think I left it inside. Let me grab it. All right, where did I put that Arduino box? The hell? Oh, nope, that's not it. Okay, where did I put this Arduino box? My dog was barking and I panicked. Thought she's gonna poop in her cage. Okay. Okay. All right, I think I dropped the box wherever. It's okay. I'll show you this one. Here is the same thing, but since it's soldered up together, it's a lot more slim. And this is just a regular Arduino Nano in one of these cases. So I'll plug that in here. Ha! Never mind. Found it. All right. Let's get back to this box. I'll plug this in. It's COM6 unknown. So we just look up Nano. Some of the old ones, USB port 6, you have to go to Tools. At Mega 3, you have to use the old bootloader. Then you can upload it. Compile the sketch, reads all this stuff, done uploading. So there you go. It's all installed. And I have to do it on this other one anyway, so bear with me. So that's for this box. Some of them, they won't have that old bootloader issue, and and then the instructions will tell you to use the new bootloader. So kind of follow the instructions or keep working on it until you find the right solution. Oops, wrong way. So this is the slim one I'm going to install too. And I'm going to switch that. I already know it needs the new bootloader. So all you're hitting is that. It'll say uploading. Done uploading. It's on. So now what do I do? Well, I got to set it up on Artisan. So download Artisan. All right, so let's turn this off. Or at least go to window capture. Let's go back to the GitHub. And then we're back at the GitHub, go to Sky Command. There's a sketch, go back to Skywalker Roaster. Then you want to download the Artisan configs. And you feel used to use which ones you like, but we're going to do, I usually just do the basic Artisan ski top settings. Then you download that file. So basic ski top Artisan settings. Just fix something in my downloads folder. Actually, I just downloaded it somewhere else. So go to Artisan, and then you would just, go to Help, load recent setting or load settings. Then you would find the folder that you put it in. So mine's under Documents. Sky Command, and then, or no, it's under Skywalker, sorry. Under Skywalker, Artisan Basic Settings. So I'll do that again. Factory reset. Yes, reset everything. Sorry, I'm just waiting for Artisan to load up. All right, so here's Artisan. So what we're gonna do now is just go help, load settings. Then you're gonna go find wherever folder you put it in. So I did downloads, but I got it in Skywalker folder. And then there you go to basic ski top settings. And I should change it to look like this. So now what do you do? Well, that's plugged in. So you'd plug this box in here. Plug it in the back. Plug it into your USB. Okay, that's not long enough. I'll use a longer one. Plug this in here. Oh man, you're not wanting to work with me today. Plug it into your USB. So go to config, and all you have to do is go to, man, I should just do Windows. Hold on. Okay. Okay, here's Artisan. So now to find it, we go to config, port, and whatever the COM port is. So just kind of look at it now. This is what I usually do. I just kind of figure out which, if I have a bunch of COM ports, I'll just unplug it. So we got 1, 10, 13, 14. So 10's missing, so I'll just plug it back in. There's 10. Keep all these settings the same. And then all you have to do is hit on. It usually turns the drum off first. You could turn it off if you don't like the noise. And that's it. So it's all set up. There's no ET temp. You could fix all that settings for yourself later, but what we set you up with initially is the bean temperature, burner, air, jump off, jump on, bean cool off. And then box fan if you're using the USB-C port. We're not. So bean cool on, turns on the bean cooling fans. Oh. Let's do that again. All right. So go to artisan. You can turn the bean cool off, bean cool on. So let's do that again. Off. So like I said, get it done, plug it in, find the port, or go to the port, pick out which COM it is. So if I unplug it, COM10 goes away, COM10's gone, I plug it back in, COM10 will populate, right? So that's how you know that's the roaster. Then you hit OK. And then you just hit on, this one right here. And then drum turns on. You see the bean temperatures there. You could turn the bean cool, or you could turn the drum off. You could turn the bean cooling fan on if you want to. Blowing air out of it, stupid, but you could turn it off. You could turn the air, exhaust air. You can control that. And you can do burner. And hold on, before I get to super high, let me face it towards y'all. And that little port down here should light up a little bit. Let me move this out the way. Oops. God damn it. Okay, so I will turn on the burner. There it is. I turn it on pretty high. Never turn on 100. Kind of works that bulb a little too hard. So I usually keep it off. But if I'm doing a roast, I'll keep it on maybe 85, 80. It all kind of depends on how you want to roast. And that's it. And now we have artisan. Hit start. Does all the roasting stuff for you. Charge, dry end. Go through the whole list, and that's how artisan works. So you don't have to use the controller. All right, so that's basically how to set up the Skywalker with the fan for safety, and then artisan. Two of the biggest, I think, upgrades, or they're not even upgrades. They should be just mandatory for the active cooling on the thyristor. And then just nice to have artisan on there, and it's a really cheap upgrade. Shouldn't cost you more than 20 bucks. Well, if you buy a legit artisan, it's going to cost you 30. But it really should only be like 20 bucks altogether with 3D printed case and the wires. But if you're in the US, I think just to stave off people trying to sell them for 50 bucks a pop, I do sell them for like $20, $30 shipped. I think it's a fair price. Yeah, 3D printed case. Let me show you what it looks like. It's the small one. But it's like an Arduino Nano. It's very slim. So you get something like this for, if you're in the US, I'll probably do like $30 ship. I gotta ship a few of these out. I just had to upload this on there. But yeah, it looks like it runs artisan just fine. So if someone does try to sell you for this for 50, just know you can make this for like, if you make a lot of them, you probably can make them for even cheaper than that. I buy all this stuff on Amazon, all these parts. I should do AliExpress, but I do most of it on Amazon, and it comes out to maybe like a $15 build without the 3D printed case. I think the 3D printed case is like a few a dollar maybe, depending on the kind of ABS you use or PETG. You just like slap it on there. Good. But the only thing is you can't use the control panel and the and artisan as well at the same time. You have to do either or. But what you can do is you could put like one of these. One of these kind of units. This is a Steam Deck, and you can have Steam Deck hooked up to Artisan to control it. So I have that set up for when I'm doing one of my roasts and I want to do a nice little roast with this controller. I'll use this. I also use it for other stuff, but I kind of like that I could use it for roasting too. So you can do that as well. There's like settings on the Discord if you ever want to like try to set that up. I'll do a video where I set that up. But anyways, I think that's it. Just keep it, I try to keep it short and simple. I think I took like an hour and 30 minutes. That took a little bit too long, but I did get a fan in. I also got, I got the fan, I got Artisan set up. Now I have to bring this to a roaster that lives close by. He wants to try it out for a sample roaster. I'll give him a little shot at it and hopefully he likes it. But if you do like this kind of stuff, just keep in like, I guess subscribe just so you could see the next upgrades. I have other units coming in. I'm gonna upgrade those as well, and then I'm also gonna add like a stepper driver to the back. Just all these little upgrades you could do by yourself. Maybe a 3D printed case upgrade. I mean for the coffin, but all those things I have to come up next. But yeah. I have to do the live stream because I don't like editing video. It takes too long. So I'll probably just keep it a live stream format. Not a fan of making artistic videos. I just want to get down to the nitty gritty of setting these things up. It's a better way. It's a better use of my time and your time. And I'll try to cut down the length of this. But if you have any questions, I'll link all the stuff down in the description for like the Sky Wiki website and everything. But yeah. Anyways, thanks. I'll see you next time, I guess. All right, good night.